this is going to be breaking character, where we try not to. It is a cyberpunk D&D for the 5e homebrews. Just like any other homebrews, we are going to start with the foundation of 5e, but then the discrepancy calls are all made by me. Don't like it, comment it. We will see if we like it or not. So our adventurers are guided by the players, as you see. So let's meet them. We're going to start with Fudge.
Hi, that's me. I'm Fudge. I'm playing Edward Smith. He's a human, mostly cyborg now. He's got some parts on him that have been replaced. He's an artificer. So he wears just your basic leather armor outfit. It's very basic, very brown, very black and brown. A lot of belts, a lot of pieces there. And the cyborg part of him that's the most obvious, there are two. One is he has a red eye. That's where he keeps his SIM chip. And the other is his one entire arm is just all white. It's this white, sleek metal. And he hasn't been introduced yet, but he does have a pet that we might get to see in this today's first episode. So yeah, that's Edward. Looking forward to playing.
Next after that, we have Brett. Brett, are you frozen?
Oh no, we lost Brett.
He's just in character. He's just in character.
He's in character, absolutely.
Boston is stoic.
Yeah.
He's very stoic.
Hello?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay. Oh no. Not today. Yes, I am playing Boston Jones. He is a human. I guess the best way to put it actually was what Tony told me earlier. He
is that robotic for everyone else?
Human. He's a fighter, paladin hybrid.
You're a robot, Brett.
You're a robot.
He's a robot.
My
No,
robot.
actually, he's human, but
Well, for now.
go ahead,
Hang on.
continue. I think we're going to
I
catch you up.
apologize for everyone at home. No, you're fine. If I'm roboting, that's not good. But Boston Jones is a human fighter paladin mix. He's stoic and he's a Bostonian also, so that'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully it doesn't glitch too much during the recording. We'll see.
All right, cool. And next up that we have Tony.
Hey, I'm playing Nashville Finnegan Thompson. He's a little bit of a he was a little bit of a soft boy the last time we got there, but he's got a hard edge to him. You'll find it at some point. Nash hangs on to Boston's coattails a little bit, and we'll see if that changes as the story progresses.
Cool. Speaking of coattails, Rev, you are next.
Hello, I'm Rev, and I will be playing Baldric, or Rick. He is a warforged rogue. He will be dressed in the finest of long-tailed tuxedo, with a top hat that is probably too tall for anything. And he is just looking to explore the world.
And last but not least, Fish. Nova, go for it.
Hello, I am Fish, and I am playing Nova Shale, a gnome rogue who is siblings with the one and only Edward. She's like 4'5". She's fairly short. She's 4'5", and she's got like super long, bright hair, and she is nothing but sass and energy and sass squared. So very excited
That's
for everyone to meet her.
This is the Cyberpunk D&D, where we are going to pick off where we started last time. We did a session 0 to get everybody together, and this is going to be session 101. So we are in the town of Ithros. It is a large establishment of knickknacks and paddywhacks. No, it's tinkerer town, basically. We have your merchants, but you have your inventors, your engineers. It's going to be all about what you can come up with nothing at your, disposal. And within this town, we have just recently gotten a band of misfits together under the same guise of urgency. We have this Warforged butler who seems to be in possession of something super rare, or maybe he's the rare one. We don't know yet, but the group has decided to move to safer passages since this tin can's really hot, and we're on our way to a new place that is under Boston's care. It's his personal little hideaway from just the world to be, protected and safe. It's home sweet home, basically. So upon arrival, we're going to find out what they plan on doing next, because there seems to be a nice, hot little bounty on Baldric's head for whatever reason. And we're going to find out what they do there. So, Boston, home sweet home. You're here. It's kind of a shoddy little place, but it's nice. It's got a lot of used stuff, things that you had to pull out from, garbage places or off the street, and maybe some of it's hand-me-down stuff from, some of your good friends in the city town of Warwick. But it's all hand-picked by you, so it's super comfy. And then we're gonna
Ali's sofa is the best sofa.
Yes, absolutely. The most. What are you doing from here?
How close are we to our true objective point? From here, from this place of
From here?
residency? Where's the junkyard?
It's not too far. You're a little bit closer here, but this might be a good segue to decide what you're actually going to be doing once you get to the junkyard.
So we're all running off towards this place, right?
Yes, you're all getting there. It's kind of nearby.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Was it still midday, or was it closer to the evening?
Oh no, it's mid afternoon, like 2:30ish.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Nova.
Tony. They're Nash, not Tony.
Oh, no. We got robot bread again.
Yeah.
Press robotic.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna turn over to Nova, and Nova. Hey, look, I don't know what's happening with this guy and the thing he's got, but it's probably not safe. I don't exactly know if it's okay for you to be here right now.
As you say that, she's already pulled her hood over her head and pulled her little mask up. It's got like a gold embroidered, like toothy smile, and you can see in her eyes that she does not care. She is so hyped for something new to do because she's so bored back at home.
Fine, ignore me. What? Just stay out of trouble, please.
When have I ever done that?
Keep following.
All right, Boston. You back?
All right.
All right. I'm trying really
No,
hard.
it's fine. It's fine. We will get to you when you are able to come back. Toady,
Look,
what are you doing?
This man, or this being, is a prize fighter, and we really need, I think, to give them the respect that deserves. All right. This ain't no sell the carcass. Okay. So I would, but I look, Fish. Nova. I don't know your name. I barely know my own. All right.
I believe I did prepare some fish, if that's what you're looking for.
That would be a pre.
Wait, you have food too?
I made some before we left the office.
A pre-altercation snack would be delightful. That is, it is a lean protein to get the juices running.
Indeed.
And thank you, Dono. We appreciate that you enjoy the layout. I don't know why I said that in character, but here we are.
Here we are.
Nash is just really appreciative of the layout.
Nash understands that when you get a good layout, it's good to be appreciated sometimes. No, but lean fish is just what the growing kid over here needs. I think that and maybe a little bit of not roughing up, but an altercation to get the juices flowing. You know what I mean? So what if we get the money, but don't get the, don't hand over the champion prize fighter.
There we are.
I feel like I missed something here, but
We're still running, right?
yeah, when was Baldric worth money?
You're in
Like, I know we were being spied on for something because of that weird mic situation, but what?
Look, here's the thing. No. Stick with me here, all right? The people that sent us messages, the people that have been pounding down the door, are doing so for a reason. That means there's moolah involved. All right? We could...
Us messages?
Oh, no.
You remember the pizza box?
Yeah.
Right. I'm sorry. Memory of a goldfish.
We had an ominous pizza box, okay?
My bad.
You back, Boston?
I'm trying to be fucking
you look
high.
good. You look good.
You're good.
Thanks.
So apparently, your buddy Nash just like spilled the beans in this whole heading to the wrong place and the wrong time, and now
There weren't any beans spilled. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's covering it up pretty well.
He is.
Also, at this point, I think it's fair for us all to assume that anything he says is only, and not against him, it's only half worth a thought.
Yeah, it's
Hey, look.
it's about an ounce worth of gold.
I take
like a
pride.
pound.
I take pride in having only half a brain cell most times.
So we're
Can't
having
take this title from me.
We're having this conversation with Dash, right? As we're running, and I'm just gonna call out, "Hey, can we pause for a minute? Can we all just like take a second this alley?"
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry. Where are we going?
We are going to be turning your little trinket there, Rick, back to the person and try to make a deal so they don't turn you into next week's paper clips.
That is not something that I will be. I don't think I can do that.
Not so sure I support it either.
I'm going to be honest. I don't want you to get turned into a soup can.
I've heard it's very uncomfortable. It's a soup can.
But if it's not me, it's someone who won't give a damn about you.
And I do
Thank
appreciate
you, Nash.
your
Always
concern.
appreciate it.
However, this was entrusted to me to protect, and specifically from the person I believe has hired all of these forces.
Now, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, as I
Then why'd
stated
you quit?
previously, I did not steal this. It was entrusted to me when I left.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. So, Baldric over here is of some worth to somebody, and you're trying to deliver him back to that somebody, and then hopefully they'll talk to you so that he doesn't get turned into a tin can. But also, Baldric has a thing.
Push comes to shove, we blackmail him and try to turn him into next week's chum. Not that I would want to, but it's an option. Listen,
Why are we going back in the first place?
you know how much you're worth, Rick? You want to know how much?
Sure, I am unaware.
10 million.
Oh my.
10 million bytes? Or what are we talking about here?
10 gigs.
10 gigs. It was keep jumping up exponentially. And when those guys stopped tailing us, is when I said I had you in my possession. As soon as I say you got away or the deal's off, more people are going to come for you. Like I said, people that don't give a damn. So you got two options. We can try to negotiate with this whatever he may be, or I let you go and someone else hunt you down.
Not to be presumptuous, there are, from what I have gathered, two people present with some ability with tools and crafting. Could we perhaps make a duplicate of this item that we could pass off to buy time?
I mean, it's just a ring. I can't imagine it'd be that hard.
And Nova sticks her hand up in the air, and all the fingertips like uncap, and like a screwdriver comes out of one, and like a little like drill comes out of another, and you just see her be all like all of her tools in her little mechanical hand.
Yeah,
I mean, I could, but I think he's implying that you're the thing that's worth 10 gigs, not the ring.
I don't know. It's not specified in the contract.
Let's be honest. If you were getting tin cans,
I want to try to make a deal and see if the ring can get you off the hook.
I have just remembered. How much did you say the bounty was?
10 gigs.
I could double that.
What?
As a counter offer, I could double that.
we're in.
I've got a third option if anybody's interested. So if we don't know if it's the ring or if it's you that is worth this amount of money, by early tomorrow I could figure it out. I could figure out just how much that ring is worth. And if it's worthless, then we know it's you. And if it's got some work to it, then we know it's the ring.
The contact knows where I am. I can say that we're getting a bit of a delay if we want to. If we want, we can say that you got bunched up a little bit and you want you to be in as clean condition as they can. You might have to take a damage for that, but it's an easy enough fix. The contract was wanting him alive, right, GM?
The contract was having him in, so it would be dead or alive.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I definitely think it has something to do with the ring and not you specifically. And he's going to click on his tattoo that has a SIM card in it, and I guess hollow project the wanted poster and mention how it says dead or alive.
Yeah, the projector shows all the information you're gonna have. The request, a spondent, and that is the junkyard. It is XYZ Junkyard. The person who owns it, and then the description of the individual who that is looking for. It is an unusual mesh because it is usually in the form of person's name instead of object. And then the reward, and how much of that reward of that do you show?
He doesn't show, he just literally just shows the poster, and maybe he doesn't scroll all the way up to show the bottom page where the punch is.
So it says, in any condition, reward, and then it cuts off.
I don't have many applicable skills to the real world, but what I do have is the ability to piece bits together, and I'm getting the impression that Dead or Alive is about Baldric and not the ring. And also, why would they ask for Baldric without knowing the ring is gonna be, if they wanted the, I'm just a little bit
it doesn't make
confused why there is confusion here.
It's all right. In my opinion, it's actually worse if it's about the ring then. Because if the people who are out trying to get Mr. Rick here are actually trying to get this ring, why didn't they just put down the ring? Well, really, number one reason, because they don't want the people looking for him to get that ring.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing is that not only do we have in our possession something that, Grant, you don't want to part with. I understand that. But we have in our possession a way to make ends meet. Because let's be honest, tomorrow I can't eat. So I need to be able to eat tomorrow. Let's start there. All right.
Okay.
After that, maybe have a nice cup of tea, you know?
No, but just face palms, just like, oh God.
Look, I gotta eat. All right, step one. Step two, we got ourselves an item that if we do take the time and we do, like, you guys can replicate it and stuff, we could turn it in, or if people really want it, they're gonna pay more. We could black market it.
That's true. Or go ahead.
Alternatively, we could not do that, and she's gonna look at Edward and just kind of like squint and like a sometimes you are right type situation, and just be like, and we could, be decent people and not go through with this nonsense.
Edward, you have a glitch. Number 7. And
oh boy,
letting that ring out on the black market? Really?
Now see here, fellas. We aren't going to be taking this ring out into a black market. We're not going to do anything with Rick. What I think we should be doing is finding him a safe place, him and this ring.
If my vote is to be taken, I do agree with the siblings.
We can do that and still make a big payday. You can be hidden away, and we take this thing and sell it on the black market. Those are not two separate options, right? You hit him with punch A, and then you hit him with punch B.
Boston, you get a note. Offer good till sundown.
Oh no.
Then we set up new bounty.
We got till sundown.
Who is sending you these things?
We got till sundown, or this bounty goes back up. Dungeon Master, would Boston have any sort of mark or like badge that shows what his line of work is?
No, not as nope. The only thing he'd have. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, sorry, you glitched. I didn't know if there was a sentence following. The only thing you have is the access to the database. That would be your proof. And the database is literally wanted criminals for turned in. So that would be at the very top of the message, something that not everyone has access to. And it would have your ID on it, even though it means nothing to everyone else.
I'm known as what a lot of people call like a bounty hunter or a cowboy. We have platforms where we're able to communicate about people that are of interest. And he's new, points to Nash. And Nash, the last thing you need to do is go anywhere near a black market. You just got out of prison.
When you say people of interest, are you talking people on the black market then are interested in these items?
Oh, without a doubt, but I don't go to them. They're not my type of people. Not my type of people.
Then who do you take them to?
Well, outside of the contract. And the person on the contract wants us to meet that junkyard. Clean and simple.
Rick, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
I'm going to look down the end of the alleyway, which I assume is like 20 or 30 feet in my head, maybe more. I just need to take a walk with you, just down to the end and back. Alone.
Certain.
You see Nova like visibly just.
Don't worry, we won't even say a word. Be right back. We'll walk down to the end. Once we get down to the end of the alleyway, I'm going to check my GPS again.
Yeah. You check your GPS. Let me double check and see what that does. I have to check the stats on your GPS. Okay, so it's safe to say it's been a little more than 10 minutes since your first encounter, since your first reception of the text.
Yeah.
It's starting to faint, but it's right on top of you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Just confirms that. We'll walk back.
Boston?
Yeah.
You have previous returns. You have previous notices of your, I believe it was 18 jobs. Am I wrong? Yeah. So you can show them all of those, showing that they were done, paid for, returned, etc. If you choose to access that.
I mean, no one's questioning his his authenticity.
Right. Okay.
So.
Right. So what that was
Nova's
about.
questioning your ethics, not so much your authentics, though.
Fair.
I wasn't gonna turn him in. I was just, because he showed me the ring, no one deserves to get scrapped because they're on a date. If that was the case, everyone over the age of 35 should be turned into paste.
Well, thanks to our little walk, I have confirmed for sure. Mr. Boston and Mr. Nash, your clients are not the only ones looking for this ring. And it is the ring, almost assuredly. We're talking higher-ups. People in prominent places of power are looking for this.
Master Boston, who, might I ask, is your contractee?
They probably just give me like a it's their username is username on the system. It's anonymous. That's why it's different every time. Unless it's not GM, but I feel like that'd be the most logical sense for things like this.
The delivery, you have all the information for. The request is with the delivery, so you would have to talk to the person if you wanted that information.
I had a nickel for every time I trusted an anonymous source and then got shoveled from the back. I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's kind of funny it happened twice.
completely.
Oh no!
Oh no, we got.
I nickel him into robot mode.
That is a
Broken.
smile right there.
Oh. It,
I think it's safe to say we've had our
oh
first
man, I'm so sorry,
breaking of
guys. I'm back.
characters.
Okay.
The
Maybe.
expletives come through clear.
Or not.
Just the
Absolutely,
expletives.
absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
yes, just those parts. Nash, what do you think your buddy Boston would want to do while he's, rebooting?
Let's see if this makes it any better. I'm sorry if this helps. Does it? Is this any better?
I think we lost someone too.
You do sound better, but we have, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I turned off my camera. I know it's not ideal, but we lost Fish.
We lost Fish, yes. I think
I apologize, Brett.
brand new stream.
Fish
No, it's not
again.
your fault. It's not your fault. It's honestly, it wouldn't be a stream without it. So
You know what? You're right. I'm gonna be honest, Rick. You got plenty of days ahead of you. You got plenty of years. You're probably gonna outlive
Hey.
most of us here. So, here's my question: what's more important to you? Your loyalty to the person who gave you that ring, or you?
Well, if we're being honest, at this point, it would be to her.
Even after a hit?
You fancy her?
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. She was my former mistress, the lady for whom I worked.
Okay. But she was gonna replace you.
Not by choice. She did not have the status to manage the house, and so I served for her mostly, and then also for her brother, who I assume is the one who is behind all of this, and the one for whom she is not wishing this ring to fall in the hands of.
I feel like this is not the conversation we should be having right now. There is a 10 million gigabyte bounty on your head. We need to find you somewhere safe, because as long as we're out here, we're all in danger.
You're right. However, I would like to say that you were the one that asked us to stop in the alley right out in the open.
That is a fair play. But there's also a thing. We got maybe 7 hours, maybe 6 before your bounty gets kicked up again. And they're gonna be looking for me because you were last seen with me. And as comfortable as I am with my my safe houses, I don't think I can defend against 10 gigabytes worth of convicts or other cowboys.
Is the bounty centralized to this city?
You want us to jump town?
If it would help, then that could be an option.
I'm gonna poke my stepsister. Can I have a word?
Gladly.
Okay, we're gonna step off to the side. Listen, it sounds like these folks are in a bit of danger. Need a place to lie low. I know of one. A good one. But it's kind of far. Which in this case sounds like it's a good thing. And frankly, I might need to take them. What do you think?
You see, as you say that, Nova's eyes like widen. She's like so excited that she's finally getting to freaking leave. She's like, "Are you kidding?"
I would feel better if you came along, honestly. because I do not want to
love
deal with the daily text messages of you whining and complaining in my head.
Just basically buzzing at this point, just all excited. Just let's go.
We need to find something to tell our parents.
Oh, I already messaged Mom.
Oh, by the way, Nova, your notifications, I'm assuming you might have muted them.
Oh yeah, 100%. She went on to serve immediately.
There's at least 40 from Mom, and
She,
maybe 5 from Dad, stepdad.
She'll like flash the screen on her arm towards Edward so that he can see like the little number kind of increasing. It's like I told him we'd be back eventually. It's fine.
Edward, you are starting to get notifications now.
I didn't tell them that you were with me. I just said I'd be back.
There's a few going, where is she? Do you know where she is?
Rick,
Go ahead, guys.
what was your mistress, your boss? What was she known for? What was her status?
Oh, well, she was the youngest of the family. Have you heard of Astor Industries?
Have idea?
Oh, have you? You know what? Let's do an intelligence check, because
Oh no! First roll of the
first roll of the night. Let's do it.
If you rack your brain,
Definitely not. I believe that makes it a 6.
Oof. Tech, not your forte, unless it's like, gosh, what?
Locks.
Yeah, no, like they all sound the same anymore, you know.
I don't read that part of the news. It's not my thing.
understandable. Well, she is the youngest of the family, who, at a point, did run a considerable amount of the nanotechnology industry.
Shit.
Yes. Her eldest brother is the one I believe is responsible for all of this, and he is a man of considerable, you could say, passion.
He's a prick.
I would not use such language, but indeed. He, prior to his management, I was just as a service bot. It was him who had pushed me into fighting, as he did not see the worth in the services I provided otherwise.
Well, I mean, you made a decent tea at my place. So, I mean, you're worth at least a few things to me, but I'll tap him on the shoulder.
I appreciate that.
Which is why I'm seriously saying, just, I understand you're trying to protect your lady's things. I get loyalty. Trust me, I do. That's why you gotta fix your thing, Tony, to say Nash, because I see
Yeah.
Tony instead of Nash, and it just, my brain doesn't click. That's why Nash is here.
I cooked up some Tonys if you're hungry.
I am a man of many names.
You can just call him an FT. I understand loyalty, but this is going to just make things really sticky if we don't either lose the ring or hide it somewhere good.
I would not be averse to stowing the ring, but I do refuse to return it to his hands.
Edward, at this point, you are receiving a message from Dad saying that Stepmom is threatening to turn on the GPS to find out where you and Nova are.
I disabled that like 4 weeks ago. She
Yeah.
still hasn't
I was
realized.
gonna say we definitely disabled that real quick.
Oh, but that threat is still there, though.
Yep.
Turned off location
The
services.
real
eons
threat
ago.
is her turning it on and realizing that it doesn't work. That's the real
And
threat.
calling the cops.
Because right now she still thinks it's a threat.
I'm surprised it took her this long, not gonna lie. I've been gone for a couple weeks at a time now, and she still hasn't noticed. So
I guess I'll just return to the group really quickly. So, I assume we're not turning you in, Mr. Rick, or the ring for that matter.
That would be my preference.
If we were, I would fight all of you.
So, thank you, Nova. So we need a place for you to go. And Boston, Mr. Boston, you said something about if you don't get the bounty, then people will come after you.
We got about 6 hours before his bounty goes back online. Maybe 5.5. I don't know. When is sunset?
It is roughly early summer, so yeah. 2:30 plus 6 is a good estimate.
If you're looking for a place to be that's safe, I do know a place.
I was actually gonna say something. Is there any like pharmacy place around here, DM, that we could like go to real quick? I had a thought because we can get, like capsules, empty them out, and then just get one of those ridiculously big like grandpa pills, and then one of us could swallow the ring, keep it safe.
Are you suggesting this to the group?
Yeah, you're saying this out loud.
Because Edward, you just left a pharmacy.
I have one.
Yeah. No. Well, not only just swallowing, but don't know if you've noticed, but between the two of us, there's a lot of compartments and a lot of pockets.
It is currently inside of my hand.
There is a circlet in his hand, and inside it is a nice snug little spot where you really wouldn't be able to tell that there was something there if he didn't hold his hand up.
With all due respect, it's easier to take you apart with a screwdriver than for me to swallow a pill. Probably. If someone's looking for it, they also know that you have it. If one of us have it, might make it a little easier on you.
I would push back on that. All you got to do is like wait 2-3 days, maybe some X-Lax, and that plan's gone.
I would also argue it would be just as easy to open you with a screwdriver.
Edward, you know that these messages that you get, the GPS pings, are designed specifically to find the items that you seek.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether something is swallowed or not.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm aware.
And your glitch is now 17.
I'm not saying anything for a second.
Do you use your whiteboard?
Oh, well, 17. I think we saw that.
I'm assuming he looks at Nova and just goes.
Number 17. Where's number 17?
Just another one. Just. So here's the thing. So, with this ring, as you have, there are people who have found it, regardless of whether or not you have in your body or not. These people that I can bring you to, they are good people, and they are also looking for this ring. They will find you. They will find you one way or another.
Are they still good if they don't get the ring?
Yes.
I find good people tend to turn bad when they don't get what they want.
They do not do it for money, my friend. They do it out of the goodness of their heart.
Do you know what their interest with it is?
Turn it into authorities, most likely. Put it in a safe place where no one can get to it.
I mean, we could just go to the cops right now if we wanna. The only problem is they might try to do the same thing I was trying to do.
I agree.
If the options are between the scrapyard and the Edward's friends, right now I think they may be our better choice, or at least mine.
Yeah.
I can't share my GPS, can I? Is that something I can do? Can I broadcast it in some way?
You can show it on your own device, but you cannot do to other devices.
Okay. Yeah, I'll show it in whatever way, whatever fashion it is.
Okay.
I do have my fancy eye.
Well, that's how it is going to come out. It's going to project from your eye. It's going to be a projector and go into the nearest wall in this alley, dark alley that has lights come up on this concrete side. You see the city-state buildings and the blocks of where you are, as well as a few buzzing, locations, and you see a dot right in the alleyway of where you are standing. Everyone is able to see this.
Yep. Mr. Rick, regardless of if you trust me or not, the point is that people know where you are as long as you have that ring on you at all times. So you either come to go back to these people with me, or someone else comes. This is not a threat. I do not mean to make it sound like that. It's just the nature of the situation.
It seems I must come with you if I want to live.
Nobody will harm you from this organization. That I can promise. But what I don't trust is the other third party who is looking for you. The one with money on your head.
Nova spends this entire conversation with her eyes squinted, staring at Edward, considering that he hasn't really talked to her about any of this nonsense.
Feel her
And
gaze.
she's just like,
Boring in my head.
people, are you for once telling a fib, or is this truth? What? You could just, the stare is like heat.
Do you wish to do an insight check?
Yes. Insight is 11.
What does she know?
It could be.
Could be a lie.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah,
It's really hard to tell, but it could be.
The only thing that is for real is the GPS signal that he's projecting.
And the rage that Nova is now building at the fact that Edward has hidden this much from her for this long.
As soon as you told me what the circumstance was, Rick, I wasn't going to turn you into him. But I figured it had to do with the thing, and this proves it, pointing to the GPS. I don't know if that's any consolation or not.
And at that moment, the light dims and is gone. The timer's gone off on the GPS.
Close it up.
So what is the decision of the group?
We can stall for time by me not telling them what happened, and then your bounty goes up again, but if with Edward, right?
See.
If I make a suggestion, I think we should separate Baldric and the ring. She's gonna look at Baldric and be like, as much as I understand you wanting to protect it, I think separating the two of you may actually play better for us long run. And then that way, if something happens and they're looking for the ring and they nab you because they think you still have it, the ring is still safe and you have a chance of getting let go.
I do not like that at all. If we're
Oh,
gonna
actually, I was going to say that you should hold it.
But this is ultimately Mr. Rick's decision.
Yeah, I'm not forcing anyone to do anything.
And where to go.
look,
Please, Master Nash.
if let's be honest about this, in this scenario, the rest of us serve as a bit of hired protection, right? That's really what we're kind of talking about here, right? Like we work with you, make sure you stay safe, yeah? It is normally easier to protect one target than two variable targets.
There is wisdom in that. And I do agree that we are under a time constraint. I believe we should seek out Master Edward's friends.
There's something I want to show you, Mr. Rick, if it'll help ease your mind for the decision. But only you, if that's all right.
Yeah, we'll keep watch.
Yep. So with the text scroller that I have across, I'm just going to show the text messages that were sent. The one that said there's an object, here it is, and me saying danger, and then them seeing us right on top of me saying that your information's wrong, and they were like, no, it's not, and I was like, stop texting me. And I'm just gonna just very quietly I got out of the business. Do not wish to continue, but looks like I have one more job.
And,
I do
Boston.
appreciate your honesty in this.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
is it Rick or just Boston that saw it?
Just Rick.
Just Rick. Never mind.
I would like to know the secrets.
One secret, please.
one. I'd like to purchase a secret. The text messages you see, there's nothing that would be of interest in you, in your situation. You just notice the sincerity and see that it is actually the ring that Mr. Edward Smith is going for, and there is a genuine curiosity within the messages, but not a sense of urgency as in like it has to be acquired at all costs. Just hey, did you get it? Kind of casual.
The sender, by the way, I have him listed as Vorak, as in the city-state.
Yep, the origins are definitely from the city-state of Vorak.
Well, I have it listed as Vorak. That's the name of the person who sent it.
Right.
And the contact.
Yeah,
That is
that's their
contact,
contact info that I have them saved as.
Yeah, so yeah, if it were like an ID color contacts list, so. But is sincere.
How long of a drive
Oof.
would it be to get to Vorak?
All right, so we are
brisk
going into
jog.
local. What?
A brisk jog.
A brisk jog. Yeah, just from New York to Miami, just total jog.
And Forrest Gump almost did that like twice in the movies. I mean,
Back and forth twice is 3, 4, 4. Yeah. That's basically the distance. I don't actually have my map in front of me, but that is basically the distance.
Why don't you just have the point-to-point distances for every location memorized?
Okay.
I mean, it is only session 1, typically with session 2. Most DMs have it, so there's a bit of a slide.
Right. Yes. So I do have that information. Where is my? No, those are the adventures. All right. Okay. Locations. So if you were to head there from where you are at,
Is there a train system you could take?
it is, yeah. There's several ways of getting there. But it is the closest city state to you. So it is, we're talking like DC to Miami kind of distance. So train, a few hours. You could get there by nightfall.
Actually, would there be like something like a high-end Uber service?
You were looking for a private.
Yeah.
You could rent a hovercraft. It's essentially the same thing as getting like a rent a car kind of thing. I mean, you could do an Uber, but are you going to risk it? Having an extra driver?
Yeah, no, it's a cabbie.
Personally, a driver is better than a train conductor and all the passengers.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's my thinking. I do believe we should embark on this journey. I would be happy to pay for transport.
You had better do it in cash.
Yes, I believe I can achieve this.
Our first stop then needs
Are
to
you
be
guys
to
back
the
with the
bank.
group yet or no?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Boston,
Come in.
Yeah.
with the mention of cash, you're reminded that the sim chips are all tracked.
Yeah.
If Rick made any purchases and you have no money,
Rick. Yeah, Rick, they might be able to track what you're doing. Again, I can probably cover the fare, depending on how much it is. Because, well, if this guy, the brother of your boss, is able to put this bounty on you, I'm sure he's able to track all of his old employees' SIM cards. You actually might want to get one of those replaced, or you might want to get it replaced and get a new one.
This is a good point that I had not considered when I left.
And trust me, it is the easiest thing to do, but there are plenty of decent enough folk that can get you a new SIM card.
oh, in Boston, you know a guy.
Yeah, I know a guy. But how quickly can he get the job done?
You'd have to make a call, but like it's all over the grid. It would take a few minutes, but it could happen. You might have to,
Is he in for it?
thank him. What?
I know a guy. But yeah, let's get a vehicle. Pack your stuff. We want to rendezvous in an hour. Be back here. I don't know if you guys need to pick up anything, or should we just head out?
There is a bounty of over 10. We've been over this 10 million gig. We should
10
not be
gig.
seen from here on out.
All right, let's get a vehicle, and I'll call a guy.
So you make a call. You just start walking. Oh, you make this call?
Yeah.
You really probably shouldn't stick in the same place. You make a call, and your buddy boy picks up. Let me get his name real quick. Hello?
Hey, Mac, how you feeling?
Hey, how you doing? What's up?
I need a favor.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I need a new SIM card.
I thought you got out the game.
I'm out. You know me. Never really left, never really here.
And we all.
Listen, you hear about that gig for the automaton fire that went down, that was up recently?
Oh, you
sure you
know
saw
me.
it.
I don't keep track of that. I get that from the higher ups that they want
Yeah.
something,
Well, he needs a new SIM card.
These ain't cheap.
I got some cash. It shouldn't be a problem.
Mm.
And how much? And I need it fast.
You know how pricey gets fast.
We have about maybe 6 hours before they start hunting them again.
All right. You need a new chip?
I need a new
Or
chip.
you need
Go ahead.
well, let me think about it for a minute. It's like, well, you got a transfer?
Well, we're gonna rent one, yeah.
All right. And during this conversation, I'm going to summarize it because I'm going to feed you a little information. You remember that this buddy of yours, I'm actually trying to find his name. Wait,
It's
you
this
had...
guy.
Because he was the other one. Yeah, the Cypher.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. Yeah, he can wash it clean, real nice. You make the transfer to the account, not him, and then he'll siphon it back to you. You could have a little bit of a nice boon for a moment while he actually gets the chip ready for you.
Yeah.
But the actual chip has got to be, custom to per person, and if it's a machine you're dealing with, he's gonna need to.
Yeah.
He's got to be in front of it. It's not like a human where you can just send it to you via snail, but
we could have it swap us. We could have your chip wiped if you don't want a new one. It's a little bit easier, but you're gonna lose everything. I mean, you're gonna lose everything either way, but.
Unfortunately, it doesn't really seem like I can do anything with what is currently on my chip.
Rick, with this information, you know that you'll be losing not just your ID for your model, but also a lot of what is associated with it, such as warranties and things like that. Basically, any safety net you might have had before is definitely going to be gone now. But at the same time, you won't have the price on your head.
Yep.
You might even lose, you'll lose the title, you'll lose all the recognition you got before. Now, people would have to recognize you by face.
Or introduction.
Or introduction, yes. And of
he's
course,
terrible at those.
and with the transfer, he could totally wipe everything. So the only thing you'd be giving up is how much is actually in your bucket. He would have that information. So, but within a couple, we'll say an hour or two. 2 hours is a good turnaround. An hour is even better. You would have a new identity. You could keep your own name, but
Master Boston, discreetly,
Just Boston, please. I'm no one's master.
Oh, no, it's not a term of authority. It is simply a term of respect. It is like Mr.
Okay.
Would there be a discrete account that I could move at least some of my current money onto that we could then pull it back from? I do not require much, but this is everything I have.
My buddy would probably be able to do it. That's kind of his shtick, but he'd want probably a large cut.
Well, a fraction is better than none, I suppose.
Years?
yes.
Can I help with that?
In what way?
The glove?
Glove. Remind me. Or text me. I can't. Your own glove?
I'll text it to you.
Yes.
Where are you putting that glove, Fudge? Where's it going?
He puts the glove on.
He puts the glove on, and then we have the question of where is it going?
Yeah.
You wanted to hide the ring.
Wait, no, you were the one that just got out of prison. You do it.
I mean,
If you want to offer up that information, but it does sound like from the conversation that they got a handle on it.
yeah, but it's going to cost him.
Oh yeah, it's going to cost him, but
Yeah.
it's it cleans it. It's no longer gets to be hunted down as per se.
It's fresh cash.
I mean,
No marks or anything.
I would love to see somebody try to hunt this one down. Yeah.
Do you offer it up?
So, are you looking for a place to put money in an account?
Oh, your glitch. 12. Damn.
Well, it just seems that the process to exchange my identification would cause me to lose all that I have, and I would just like to retain an amount of it.
I'll look back at Nova and point a finger. Do not judge me. I'll look back. I have a place you can put it. It is in a separate account to a person that is untraceable.
You know, this probably isn't the time, but we never did ask. What is your deal, by the way?
You just don't.
So during the course of this entire conversation, Nova's been more or less just like visibly seething at the fact that she A, can't really contribute much, and B, doesn't know any of this from Edward. And now she's like relaxed, but also like ready to like freaking yeet at Edward's cue.
I did a few jobs with some people.
You a cowboy too?
I guess in a way, but I do not do it for money. I do it for the sake of getting dangerous things off the streets.
Oh,
Gosh, Nova, that's some new news to you.
that's noble.
I knew that he used to do artifact hunting nonsense.
Yep.
I didn't know that it was organized artifact hunting nonsense.
Organized artifact hunting.
Look, I do a whole lot of nonsense. This is her actually saying it. It's I do a whole lot of nonsense.
Yes,
And I'm
thank you,
here
Rick.
and I'm there all the time.
Exactly where the inspiration
But
came
none
from.
of this but all of my nonsense is unorganized nonsense. And I thought you did the same thing, but apparently you have
Very
organized
organized.
nonsense. And
Very
she's
organized.
kind of like rambling on because she's just like
So yes,
And
I-
Edward, you notice with her short, stout frame that the rambling is getting a little more distance because this is a tall group of people. She's trying her best to keep up, but when she starts rambling, she just kind of slows down.
I'm like a foot and a half shorter than all of you.
the point is that I can, if you want, here, and I'm just going to reach in and pull out the glove, and I'll just quietly, so that nobody else can hear, I'll just be like, "There's a SIM chip in here. You send it to this account, and then it is yours."
Just so I'm aware, do you see the amount transferred?
Me?
Do you agree to?
I would have to accept it, probably, right?
Yes. It would be. So basically,
Or would
this is
I
kind
guess. Yeah.
this is the equivalent of a PayPal account. So he would have to transfer it in there. But at the
Probably
same
would
time,
eventually see it, yeah.
you would eventually see it, but it wouldn't be like right away. You would have to actually look at it. But for the meantime, he could actually.
Yes, I believe this would be a very acceptable plan.
Real quick, Nash is very skeptical and would like to try and incite Edward in some sort of way. Figure out just a vibe check, really. You
Yeah.
know?
Absolutely do
Can
an
I
insight.
also
to
do
see-
that? Just the whole thing.
Okay, everyone who wants to do an insight, go for it right now.
Here we
Baldric is
go.
incredibly trusting.
5. It's a solid 5. I really trust my brother, apparently.
That's a 14.
14. Yeah, Nova, you really trust me.
Absolutely. This is legit.
I haven't said anything that does not that Edward doesn't seem to believe himself.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as he's concerned, he's said everything with his chest.
All of it.
At this point, DM, Boston is ordering a car for them to come to the road for them, like either autopilot or have like an automaton, like drop it off, then we'll drive back, sort of thing.
Oh yeah, no, Tesla's
so that way
got.
we don't have to.
It's gonna show up where you want it to.
All right, how much is that going to cost me?
Oh, that's gonna be 12K.
All right. Okay, that's that's fine. And how much for Scyther to do his thing?
For
who? He's still gonna give it a wipe. So.
who?
Or Scyther.
If he's gonna, so if Cypher does the transfer, he's gonna want 10%. But if he just wipes, that should be, and it's gonna be per, how quickly it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me check my pricing. We're gonna go with we'll do 10 per hour. So if you need it in 5 hours,
I will pay him 60 to do it now.
okay, 60. So 60K. Is that what you got? Okay.
Actually, he'll give him 70, and the extra 10's for the misses.
Okay, 60 for now and 10 for the miss. Is that what I hear?
He gave him 70 right now, but the extra 10's for the miss. Yeah.
Type it out because you just roboted on me, but I think I got what you said. So yeah, take that out of your account, and that will be. Rick has got a new ID. No boxer, fighter, fencer, no association with the AI industries. The money wasn't there to begin with, as it was placed in Edward's spare glove. And you get it within the hour. It's not immediate, but it is the fastest turnaround you've seen him do.
You're a peach.
Sends a note, says, Mrs. misses you.
While we're getting this done, I need to send a text message to Dad. That it says, got a friend in Vorak who desperately needs my help. Be gone for a little bit. Could be a day, could be a couple. Not sure. I don't know what Nova sent. I don't know what Nova says, so I'm going to say Nova says she wants to come along. Frankly, it'll be good for her to get out. So
you receive a reply from good old Dad. Of course, in his laid-back, chill attitude, trusting you. Sure, absolutely, understood. Visit the fam, the graveyards, if you get a chance, and we'll let Nova's mom know to stop panicking. But if we don't hear from you in 48 hours, no guarantees, basically.
Yep. And then for the glove, going to Mr. Rick. Monsieur Rick, do you trust me to hold on to this, or did you want to hold it?
So far I have had no issues with you or your sister. I trust you.
Perhaps, but this is a lot of money, as you have just dumped in here.
Yes, this will be fine for now.
Very good. Just let me know if you need something.
Certainly.
Nova, you receive one last text. The total is at 72. Be careful. That's all you get.
Which parent is it from?
The one that has the 72 sent messages. Because
If it's from mom, she's not gonna read it. She's just gonna see the number go up.
okay, so 72 and
Silently
it
on
stops.
her device.
It just stops at 72. You're just
She's not checking it. She's just kind of like,
Red. Mark is red. Mark all is red.
whatever you said worked. She finally stops.
And the last person I need to talk to is Nova. Since I assume this is like during we're getting the sim chip done, right?
Yeah.
And the Tesla's coming.
Yeah. So
You have words you want to share? Just a couple words to share, maybe.
Want is a strong word. More out of necessity and explanation.
And I'm just right now, your glitch seems to really misfunction. Got to number 8.
So, for the last few years, I have been searching out things, like I've said to you before. It's all been mostly legitimate. I've made some friends, good people. Nothing too terrible. Nothing too... Just stop there. Anyway, it's not that big a deal. I just happen to know some people.
Insight.
Oh, you got to roll for it.
Okay.
Was one of those things the blue-eyed white dragon by any chance?
A solid 5. Apparently today is just a day where I really trust you.
I got it. Yeah. Seems to be coming from the heart.
You know, Mom and Dad always get on me about keeping secrets and being up to no good, but I'm out here trying to just like live an exciting life, and you're out here doing the same thing.
The difference is that I'm doing it better than you are.
Oh, you wish. Oh, you wish.
We're both keeping secrets, and we're both doing these things. I'm just good at it.
If you say so. If you say so. If that's what you think.
At this point, the hover car shows up. The doors open and sits patiently waiting for its organic or inorganic passengers to arrive and enter its new destination. And we are going to take a 15-minute break.
That's it.
Okay. All right. This hovercraft lifts up, takes its passengers out. It's probably already gone for a few minutes by now. Anybody else have any other things that they want to do before they leave the city of Ithros? Yes, boss.
Not buy snacks unless you're using your own cash on this boat. I ain't paying for it.
Nova pulls out a bag of chips out of one of her many pockets. She's like, buy snacks. You just assume I don't already have some.
Peace out.
The food just materializes. You're not even sure it was pulled from a pocket. It might have been like the Trek show where it just, kind of. You're not sure where it came from, but she's munching.
Boston's in the front, right?
Yeah.
Can I get? I'm gonna do something here. Can I get a perception check from you?
Sure. Not too terrible. That'd be a 16.
16. So Edward thinks he's being sly, but you'll catch it out of the corner of your eye. from his like left thigh, like he kind of puts his hand down into the pocket, and it goes down a little bit deeper than a pocket probably should, and he produces something in his hand. It looks like a card, like you get from just a deck, right? And he slips it into his jacket, right close to his heart.
Doesn't say anything.
Okay.
Nova's hand brings the squirrel back, like holding it by the scruff, like just kind of sticks it on your shoulder.
Squirrel looks like it's in utter defeat, but also kind of planning its next attack when it's let loose again.
Your best, Stalin. Now just wait until she's not paying attention.
You feel a flick on your forehead, but you can't see where it's coming from because the hand is invisible.
Rick takes a moment. Master Nash, if you have a moment, I seem to be having a bit of distress. And he will really quickly zoom out that green eye and have the lens like pop so it looks like his eye's about to fall out.
Oh my goodness.
It's like a spyglass and just...
it's only like that far.
I'm thinking more like Mole from the Atlantis movie that Disney came out with just the zoom in, zoom out eyes.
Master Nash, I need a steady hand to push this so it doesn't fall out.
You want me to just right in your eye?
I can't feel. It's okay.
All right.
And then right before you get there, he sucks it back in.
I believe 10 minutes goes by and you have the identity of that ring that was entrusted to you by the mistress. And you can also, if you decide to connect to the grid with your new identity, see how much it's worth, the value.
Yeah, I would definitely like to do that.
Yes.
With whatever the equivalent of like incognito mode and a VPN.
Yes. VPN incognito, yes. But at the same time, you also have a new ID. So it's like, even if it was traced back to you, it's a different Rick.
Right.
And market value? Let's see if I can find. I don't think I actually have market value for that item. It's half a gig.
Not bad.
So about 500K. Which is, a decent price.
Yeah.
But for the item that it is, may not be worth all the trouble.
Right.
Boston. As time is going by, you weren't aware of where this contact was. And you notice that as you're leaving the city-state of Ithros, you're, the big, tall, overgrown, on top of each other's like apartments and buildings that just sky high, city building after city building, 400 feet in the air, or 400 stories in the air, excuse me, start to diminish, starts to get smaller and smaller and smaller till you see mostly, greenery, trees, and then you do see some actual buildings. And they are very organic. They would be very hard to spot if you hadn't been here already. You know this place. You know where you're going. It's been a while. Been a couple years. But they helped you get your ID. You know where this place is. It's let's see here. Distinguished Vorak, city-state of the 6 major religions of the world. Sleek lines. Some are muddled with organic leaves and vegetation. Buildings are all either stone encrusted, or have the influence of their surroundings. Large, tall buildings, structures of zayaks and pyramids, others temples, some that are ingrained and crested inside mountains, some that are either made into or a part of giant trees. Beautiful, every single one of them. Doesn't matter which religion you subscribe to. Waterfalls galore, gracing others, depending on the god that they pray to. Some of them reflect exactly what they mean. The rivers, the sunsets, some are more spires. And you've been here before. And as you get closer and closer to the city-states, and getting closer to the location that Edward put in the GPS to get there, it's getting really familiar. In fact, you're almost sure it's going to be the same location that you left years ago.
I didn't take it for a holy folk. Edward,
No,
I
it was
didn't take
never
it for
eyes.
the holy folk.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you
Oh.
I
said.
didn't take it for the holy folk.
Oh. Well, you're familiar with this place, huh?
Yeah, actually, and he's gonna take out a necklace, and it has a holy symbol on it, and he's been rubbing it this entire time, but he just tilted it so you could see it. Yeah, I've been here before.
Do I know what did you say what it was, or do I just like
Yes.
the symbol of
It's, the rising sun.
rising? Oh, okay. Can't remember that one.
Edward, you look at this, and it's you know exactly which one this was.
Which god is that?
Lythander.
Lythandus.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought it was Lathander. I wouldn't have guessed that someone who does contracts for someone they don't know for money, bounties, would be a religious type.
And I didn't think that today I'd have to go back to this place. It was a funny place.
Edward, your voice has glitched a couple of times during this trip, and it's now on number 13.
When was the last time you came here?
2, 3 years. Maybe 4.
Do you have enemies we need to know about?
Nah, just some assets I wouldn't like to see again.
What does that mean?
It means that they're stuck-up pricks that feel entitled because they were born into luxury, and some of us have to work just to survive.
Knows the
So I
type.
don't know what happened to my accent. You messed me up. I'm sorry.
Gotta keep your own accent, buddy.
I actually
okay.
do tutoring lessons to not do that regularly, so I have to reprogram my brain hole.
Just wait until I roll a 5.
Oh, yeah, all right. It's fine.
All right, so you arrive. It is this giant, beautiful spire of a place, a reminiscent of sunsets, sunrises, and roads. Door is open. Air is blown out. Everyone gets out.
This is so much prettier than Ithtaros.
Are we outside the temple then?
You are outside the temple.
I say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Temple of Lysander.
I must say, this is a much less industrious place than where I'm from. I find it quite lovely.
Yeah, it's Boston pulls out a favorite. It's gorgeous.
At this point,
I'm trying to insight all of this, all of the everything that's happening with Boston right now.
Go for it.
I'm going to say at this point, you hear the crowd, the group hears a bit of a scream. And around the corner, let's see if I can get this working.
Quick vibe check on you, Boston. 17.
I rolled a natural 20, making it a grand total of 24. He looks uncomfortable, but you don't know why. He looks like maybe he stepped like in a puddle and his socks wet. Just great.
The first natural 20, and it's in a PvP roll.
Oh no.
I'll drink to that.
Alrighty. Is this gonna be the... Anyways. No, I'm not gonna do that one. Alright, that failed me. Alright. Hang on a second while the DM has a moment.
How's Nash doing during all this?
You're gonna what?
Nash, how you feeling?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
You need a smoke?
I'd rather not. I'm fine. I'm doing fine.
Aha. Mm-hmm. There's great pubs around here. We can go a little bit if you want. Get your head off. There's some great churches to the more people of our speed. Go blessed. If they're still here, there's some great folks.
Please do not smoke in the car. Thank you.
I mean, he'd have to pay for it if we did.
I rented the fucking car. This is smoking. Yeah, this car's smoking.
I also do not have a strong heart, so I would prefer not to have secondhand smoke in it. Thank you.
I forgot that there's places that people don't want you to do things like that.
Yeah, well, this is one of them. He puts the cigarette out on the bottom of his shoe.
All right, at this moment, man, very stern face, look, brown hair, comes running out. Stop! Who are you?
Do I recognize him?
You do not.
Do I recognize him?
You do.
Oh no.
Who the hell you think you're doing? What the hell do you think you're doing here?
He's gonna walk up to this man, inhale, then exhale.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I
to
was
clarify,
given
did you just sniff them? Or did I just read that wrong?
No. Where?
What?
No, just deep sigh.
Oh.
Oh.
Deep inhale and exhale. And all of you can see his knuckles turn white as he then grits his teeth and says, Priest myself. I'm here because apparently I was invited. If that's a problem, you can turn around, go back inside, and leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I've waited this long, and if I saw you again, I promise I'd break your teeth in. I'm having restraint because today's been a day. Get out of my face and bring Father Tobias out, please. And thank you.
He looks at you. Well, I guess today's your lucky day. Roll for initiative.
Am I on glitch 12 or 13? Because I just looked over the campaign notes.
It was 13, but we can do 12 now.
Oh, no. I never switched off of 12, so I'll go with 13.
Okay. Then, yeah, reverse. Absolutely. He is so ready for this.
Okay.
What did you roll?
14.
Can Nash get in on this?
Yes, if you wish. Anyone else who wants to get in on this?
Nova's standing to the back just to watch this happen because she already is not like the most she doesn't like Boston or Nash all that much in comparison to Bro and Baldric, and right now they've met a random person who already has beef, so she's ready for the show. She is like, let's go.
All right, Nash, what did you get?
17.
Boston, yours was 19?
14.
Oh, okay, 14. All right, cool. Boston, Nash, you guys get the jump. Boston, you already knew this was trouble because just the look on his face. What do you do?
Though?
I'm sorry?
A question. Is Nash going to go like second round instead of this round? Because Nash technically was okay.
Nash is after Boston and then
Gotcha.
Marcel, who's, feeling like a dick today.
He's going to laugh and then do you guys ever watch he's just going to clap both of his ears, just open palm to the sides of his head.
Gotcha.
It's a second natural 20 of the campaign, for a total of 25.
Yes, absolutely. What is the damage?
Doubled, that makes it 9 points of damage.
9 points, okay.
Sherlock Holmes, disorient.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, basically. And he is fully disoriented. That is about a third of his points. He is just absolutely not there at all.
His advice. I thought this place was a house of welcoming. He's gonna whistle to Nash to tackle him, basically.
Nash, it is your turn.
Yeah, Nash is not gonna do a tackle, but he is gonna go for, I think, one better. He's gonna try to pull a move on this guy. How big is this guy? I guess is the initial question.
Human, medium, 5'8".
Cool.
He looks like an entitled piece of shit.
Perfect.
Yes,
That's
very much so.
As for Nash. And so he's going to tuck in the armpit, arm around, and try to pick this guy up upside down.
Okay.
So
grapple move?
Sure, yeah. That sounds about right. So that's athletics, yeah?
Yes.
That's a 9.
Ooh. And that has to be his dex?
Yeah.
Acrobatics.
I don't have an acrobatics on this dude.
Yeah, it would be
Dex.
Then
Yeah,
straight
that's what I
dex or
thought.
strength, depending on.
Or strength, yeah, it's your choice as a defender.
And since previous hit got him staggered, I'm gonna do a disadvantage, and he fails. So you have him upside down. Blood rushing to his head. What would you like to do?
You're gonna want to sit down before I put you down.
Hey, what's going on? What are we doing?
Tobias is running out. Please, please, please. Put him down.
Okay.
Are we fighting with clergymen?
No,
Just
this one.
At
Fight the church.
At the putting down whoever this person is coming in, Nash is gonna look over at Boston.
Boston, almost as he sees him, like takes a kneel reference.
Takes a kneel. Okay. So then
Drop him gently. We don't want to crack it. We don't want to ruin the mob.
Yeah. Nash is going to let him go, but stop him right before he hits the ground and then set him gently, just to give the little extra bit of scare.
Oof, yes. He's sweating and absolutely. He is laying on the ground when you finally set him down. He just kind of like doesn't really want to move right now. He's stunned still. So the man you just put down, short, stout, 5'8", looks like a Chad, brown hair, kind of a stuck-up little prick. In contrast, you have a almost 6 foot person figure, elderly, long beard, little bit of gray on it, very rounded, broad shoulders, comes out. It's like, my goodness. Seriously. He has these long robes that come down, these very much part of the cloth. He has white robes that stem down from his shoulders, and then the yellow coursing down from the front, and it looks very reminiscent. The colors are of a sunset, sunrise, some hues of blue in the little intricate embroidery here and there, very smooth with reminiscence of rivers and roads winding here and there. Just gorgeous. And he approaches you, Boston. Good to see you. Hope you've done well.
It's a pleasure to see you, Father.
I must admit I'm a little surprised to see your arrival. I was not expecting you.
No, for being honest, I was planning to come back here. He's not making eye contact with this guy. You probably were looking for him. Points to Edward.
He looks up over the shoulder and sees Edward. Edward! Good to see you.
Just approached. So you know my friends, huh?
Apparently I knew some of them.
Can we come inside?
Absolutely, absolutely. Are you all hungry? Or do you need rest? And he turns around and leads everyone up these giant, what are like marble steps going up. And there's a huge water fountain in the front, a river that goes in between the steps, and you go circling around it, left or right, whichever your choice is, into this giant monastery type of location. There are others like him in different styles of robes, all with the same gold, yellow linen going down for the roadways, and blue, different hues of blue, dark and light, for the rivers. And as he walks down, you see corridors and corridors of places where people can go, and different doors, and some coming in, some going out. The main room is full of lavish chairs. People can sit, lay down, and rest, read. He's speaking with you. Did you find the item?
DM, before Boston would stay behind a little bit, probably with Nash, he'd walk up to Marcel, give him his last bit of lay on hands, healing pool, heal him 5 HP, and says, "That's a warning. Next time I'm taking your head off. I don't care if you went to church or not. Don't be a piece of shit."
Nash,
And the cigarette that he put down, he puts the cigarette list next to the guy's, to Marcel's face, and just walks in.
Nash will nod at him and repeat, "Don't be a piece of shit," before walking off as well.
Thanks, buddy.
A
And he'll
hype
tap-
man in his own way.
Nova's gonna be like right behind Edward the whole time.
And Rick?
Baldric would be in the middle.
Middle.
Right
Okay.
in the center of the column.
Okay. Yes, Tobias is addressing Edward.
I'll turn to our Warforged friend and just gesture. He's the one who has it. Mr. Rick, meet Mr. Leverick.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Yes.
I
yes.
am Baldric.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you. I am Tobias. I am the appointed reverend of this church. There are others as well. We all are in a community. No one is really above another. We seek redemption and closure to previous paths that we have taken and undergone. And redemption is our newfound way. And you are here for said redemption, or?
I believe that I am. Yes.
Interesting. Cannot say that we've had any of your kind come, but we are open to all and any.
There's a price on his head. Well, on the ring, specifically. So I felt it was safer to just get him out of town.
I see. Do we know of who else is looking for the ring?
We'll have to ask that one. Look back at Boston and Nash.
He's probably just walking in, rubbing
Yep.
his chin. But also, Nash, every time he walked in, you see him pull up the symbol and mutter something under his breath, and then just like he's saying prayers quietly to himself, which is probably very weird for Nash to see. But when he walks in, unfortunately, not really. I mean, there's a laundry list of other cowboys like me that probably want a piece of that ring. But I can try to make contact and explain that he got away, but that'll just give him an idea where I'm at. And if they know I'm here, it's probably where he is.
I see. I did not expect the ring to be so valuable. It does not seem to be nearly as important as the tomes would indicate. It seems to be very powerful, run-of-the-mill artifact. May I see it?
His hand opens it up, but leaves the ring in place.
Okay. Takes a look at it. Yes, this is the item. Do you understand the significance of this?
Can I insight this man? I want to know if he's being genuine with us or if he's like trying to just kind of lead us along in some way or another.
Yeah, go for it.
Likewise, I'm going to get in on this one.
8.
13.
Hey, roll again, roll again, roll again. So what you get?
That would be an 18. I hate this dice. I hate
Natural 1. On my second
Oh no,
roll.
he switched. Yeah, that would have been great if that was your first roll. He seems very genuine. Like, there is so much love in this person's heart. It's really hard to see past any of his, genuine care for another human being. And that is who he is, wanting to help anyone who is in front of him, and it seems to be all of you right now.
Apparently today is just a day where I really trust my brother and my brother. I've got no questions whatsoever.
It's the shock of all.
It's the travel. She's just like, oh my god, I'm outside the house.
It's so pretty. Shapes and colors.
And not a board in sight.
I am vaguely aware of of what this ring is in terms of its significance to you and your fellows here. I honestly couldn't say.
Yes, he responds. So you see, we like to. Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
I shall. I shall inform the class. You see, there have been many artifacts created in the centuries and eons, back when magic was much more of a thing than it is nowadays. Today, we lean heavily on our technologies, which is quite fine by us. They are less likely to harm than those that are of the arcane origin. And we have entrusted several, including Edward here, to research and track down said items to keep them out of harm's way. Many of them are very important to our own gods and goddesses of which we worship, and we feel as if they are returned to us and those that they have honored, we can return the honor back to our saviors. And that is the purpose for many of what we have obtained. This one is absolutely, while it is not relevant to our offender of redemption and renewal, there are others here in Vorak who find it just as devotional, the devotional importance to theirs, and we would like to return to theirs and restore the peace within our arcane realms. This one happens to be a ring of telekinesis, and a person may be able to levitate or move items and objects as it will.
Nova's eyes widen. God. Cool.
Shake my head.
I understand now. And what is it that you intend to do with this artifact?
Oh, store it, protect it, keep it out of harm's way. There are many things that a person may be able to do with this that would be harmful in others.
The idea of moving something with a thought initially is not that scary, but think of it in the wrong hands.
Especially when a person who may be able to move someone or something into dangerous situations. We have moments where a person may be vulnerable.
I do believe I understand where you're coming from with this. Yes. You will permit me to I do have a certain fondness to the ring and the person that provided it with me. I am therefore a little hesitant to let go of it.
I see. It was not traceable until as of recent. Do you understand why that might have occurred? Or how that would have occurred?
That I do not know.
Okay. Well, we are able to track items within specific ranges, and if we are able to have a seeker, such as Edward here, within range of some of these items, we're able to bestow them with attributes to track these items down. Edward at the time happened to be within 1,000 feet of it.
And do you know what has caused it to be tracked as of now?
There are the only thing that we can ascertain to these types of situations is if there is an amount of security around it. Once saviors, divines, sites called them protection spells.
I see. Okay.
They would be hidden and protected from detection from others, and but it was only as of recent that this one became detectable. So we can only assume that it has been removed from, or the protective seal that was around it has been removed from it.
What
But-
Tobias will not be telling you here is that now you are in danger. Because if we can find it, so can someone else. And it will track it directly to you.
That is if we know who is looking for it. There aren't too many that are looking for something of this device.
Someone was offering 10 million bytes for it to be found and returned.
That is substantial. My goodness. Well then. I'm sorry, I did not catch your name when I first. Your name?
Oh, I am Baldric.
Baldric, yes, Baldric. You are welcome to stay at the temple if you do not wish to part it. We have very many amenities, and we are always in search of new members, and you're welcome to stay here as long as you wish.
If it's okay with you, I would like to do that, at least for a small time.
Understandable. If you'll excuse me. He goes over to you, Edward, and pulls you aside, which your glitch goes to number 6.
Okay.
I can see how difficult it was to obtain this. He does not want to let go of it. We can keep him here as long as he is comfortable, but I do not suspect he will stay here for very long.
I say, hear me out now. Now I say, it wasn't when you know people. It's not that hard. It's not hard. You just gotta give them what they need, and then they come.
I see. You realize that we will have to keep him here if he's not wished to part it.
I'll talk to him.
You think you can convince him to stay?
I'll try to convince him to leave the ring.
All right. I trust you. And
How do you know? How do you know?
Just jerk my head over at Boston.
Boston, yes. He is a member. He has been a member for a time. I believe it's an unusual situation with him. But the two of you were like ships in the night. You passed each other. But I believe he's a good man, and he has changed, and he's definitely a very valuable aspect to this church.
Quietly, it's like I just turn my back towards everybody else, like be in between him and Tobias. I just go, please don't bring up Lindsay.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. That is, I am quite surprised that you even responded to my message.
This is a one-time thing.
I see. Well, good to see you then. No, but at this time you see a few children flocking, just running around, happy, giggly.
Are they?
They might be entertained by a little trick. Tobias, turns to the whole group and says, "You are all welcome here to stay as long as you wish. Our amenities are yours. Members are not. And I believe between Edward and Boston, you all will be able to manage your way around. And but I do have issues to attend to, and unfortunately, I also have a clergy to berate. But you all have good evening and rest well." He takes his leave, walks away. Of course, at this point, you all realize it's dark. It's getting dark. It's twilight-esque. The lights are bouncing off of the water surfaces of the many waterfalls. And the lights are dimming, but they are also illuminating a very nice, glowy, radiant. You can't quite see where all the lights are, but you can see the reflections off the walls from the different locations and locales. It's gorgeous. The yellow is really illuminated. What do you all do? Call it in for a night?
Assuming that everyone's eventually kind of heading towards a bedward direction, Noah's gonna kind of look at Edward and just be like, I'm gonna go look around, and I'll be back in a little bit. And so she's gonna like leave the building. She's not gonna go very far, but she's gonna like look around to see if there's any like dumpsters or like piles of things or like yards of stuff that she can just kind of raid for trinkets and things before she heads back.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm going to take advantage of being alone because I imagine that Nova and I have a room probably together, just because there's a shortage of room. But I'm going to take
what now?
Yeah, what?
There's not like a ton of rooms here, Yeah. So I imagine that we're sharing a room.
Probably.
So I'm just going to take advantage of the couple of however long you're gone. I'm going to take out that box again. And Edward just sits on the bed, staring at this tiny little present, this little wrapped in blue and the ribbon on it. We're just going to stare at it for a little bit before I take that card out that I put next to the heart. I'm going to load it up and just stare for a little bit before we get back. I'm just going to say quietly out loud, just last one, I promise.
Boston, you've got a room. You know exactly where it's at.
Real quick, Stealthy Stormy redeemed a hydrate on us.
Whoa! I'm out of my hydrate, but
so am I. So I'm taking the next available thing.
Well, here we go. I guess I'm doing it for 3 people.
Yeah, hydrating.
Doja.
Stormy, for you, I drink the pickle juice.
thank you so much for the hair hydrate. Oof.
That was me choking.
It's actually good if you drink pickle juice, so good on you, Tony.
Yeah.
It is good for you. Yeah.
It is.
It's basically just vinegar and salt.
Which makes it delicious.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
It makes a growing boy strong.
The 3 most important food groups are vinegar, salt, and potatoes. That's why I live on Lay's.
Yeah, or salt and vinegar chips are superior.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Definitely not sponsored.
But
No, right.
could be. Lays, I'm just saying.
Like, yes.
Lay's.
Nova, it is dark. It is, or getting dark. You say door is kind of creepy open. Somebody must have left it open. There's a few shinies sparkling in there. Maybe it's water, or maybe...
Well, I'm definitely gonna check out the shinies.
Yeah?
Trash is real boring in Ithros, so I'm gonna see if any of the trash here is like more exciting or has more potential to be cool trinkets and tools and stuff.
It's a kitchen. Do you walk in?
It's a kitchen outside.
Oh, you went outside?
Yeah, I like left the building.
Oh, you left the building. I thought you were leaving the group. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go outside. You walk past the kitchen that was open, and outside there's it's clean. So clean. There's almost no trash. But I don't know if you like shiny things on the walls and some pretty mosaics. Looks like there's some pretty gemstones embedded in some of the stones, the silhouettes. What's her forte? What kind of mischief is she wanting to get into, or?
Oh, she just wants to see if there's like most of her arms have been equipped with, or like decked out with stuff she's found around or resources she's been able to kind of scrounge together. So she's trying to see if in this new place there's like a different genre of trash or a genre of like miscellaneous things that she could maybe upgrade one of her tools or like add a cool functionality to something. Or
those children I mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is crying. Their little toy that they have looks broken. Aww. Mom, kind of, you know what? Shows you right for not treating it very well. Come on, let's go. The kid is just upset, tears, walks away. You investigate the toy?
Sure. Do you want to roll for me?
I'm sorry?
Did you want to roll from me?
Yes. Do a roll, see how much information you get from this little
15!
Nice!
It's not a terrible roll now!
Nice!
Double digits, let's go.
Okay, so this little thing that this child was playing with, it looks kind of like your brother's squirrel, but it's a little more advanced.
Oh, she grabs that immediately.
It's not morphing the way it should though. It's kind of like part of it is just it's stuck. Looks like it might require a little tweaking, but you could take it apart and use the parts for it. There are some nanobots crawling around it, changing the colors from blue to red to purple back to blue.
She's grabbing it immediately. It's all three of her favorite colors.
Yeah, so like there is I'll get you the specs later, but there is a handful of nanobots to her exposure or to her usefulness. And then there are extra parts that she can use to alter and enhance her hands with from the insides, the little mechanics and wires and stuff like that. So and it was junk to mom and child, but it is treasure trove for Nova's new little.
Nova sticks it in one of her cargo pant pockets somewhere. She'll probably have to find it again later. And heads back and fully pretends like she's found absolutely nothing. It was just everything was too clean. There was nothing anywhere. And she's just so sad that she found nothing and goes to bed. Assuming that, Edward doesn't say any amount of the thing.
It's not surprising.
All right.
Okay.
I had to try, didn't I?
At this point, if anybody has anything left to tie up, I think we will end the session here.
So I have one last thing. Actually,
Go for
two final things that Nash wants to do. The first is at some point during the night, he'll sidle up next to Baldric, and just lean in and say, "You are truly great, Game recognizes game."
Oh, well, thank you very much. I certainly appreciate that.
And then he'll just take off after that. And are these separate rooms, or are these like?
Think of it as like cabins at a Boy Scout, Girl Scout place. So there's going to be a decent like 12 by 10 room, bunk beds, basic utilities, nothing fancy, not hotel level, but also definitely not, what Nash and Boston are used to. So
Gotcha.
definitely not a prison cell. Definitely not a prison cell.
Then I think he's gonna try to make it back to the room before I assume he's bunked with Boston, but could be any of the room folks. And
Oh yeah, I'm sure Boston has indicated where he's going to be at. Rick,
Yeah.
where would he like to go? Because you could stand up and meditate, or anywhere. Actually, you could be in public. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, Baldrick's actually going to spend a little bit of time just kind of wandering around. He's never been in a place like this.
Okay.
And just sort of taking it in. And then probably around like midnight, he will find like a quiet corner where it seems like a statue would not be out of place and just like stands there.
He gets a few looks as he's walking around. The looks don't really increase until he's like standing right next to a statue that has zero top hat or clothes in general. A lot of these statues are of Renaissance naked people, so it's kind of yeah, he does kind of stick out like a sore thumb wearing his top hat and but it's still you're a warforged. They're not used to you, so they assume it's normal, and after a while the stairs disappear and of course everyone has gone to bed.
Real quick, before other people get in the room, Nash is going to lock himself in the bathroom, scream into a pillow so hard he grows a tail, and then crawl under the covers and cuddle the tail like a body pillow.
Nice. Okay.
It's the same room as Boston, right? That's where you're gonna be.
He's gonna be the same room as Boston. Yes.
He's under the covers.
Well, Nash. I was gonna hit up a pub. You wanna come join me?
I'm gonna pass. First night out. Not
Boston. That's
not
Go
like out, but like out,
All right.
you know?
yeah. He was out just like 16 hours ago.
Yeah, this is a lot. I didn't think this would happen. I'm sorry, man. This is not the plan. It's not the goal.
You're good.
But in the morning, if you want coffee, the best one is actually in the one area for guests is actually better than the one in the lounge for the working fresh bread for guests also every morning. So you want to wake up early to get that. I'm going to take a walk. I'll be back.
Night.
Night.
In Boston, you know the area pretty well, and the doors stay open. There's so much safety and trust in this that you really don't have to lock anything or leave or come back at any specific time. It's just come and go as you please. With that, I believe everyone is a shut-eye. You all did great. I super appreciate everything you guys did tonight. Thank you for sticking with me and my moment of brain fartage. And so yeah, this has been the first episode of Breaking Character, where we try not to and fail sometimes, most of the time. I don't know. I'm gonna give it way back to the players. Reintroduce yourself. Include any social media that you might want to add if you are part of something else. I am Gear Sparks. I'm the DM for this channel Wednesday nights, starting at 9:30. Sometimes we'll end 3 hours later. Sometimes it'll be 2.5. We don't know what we're gonna do. And you can catch me on the same ANI channel on every other Friday. I believe next Friday, not this coming one, but 10 days from now. I do a Junkyard Tesla Artificer. She's a human, and she is with a weird group of people. And with the Dippy as my DM. And yeah, so I will be back here next Wednesday as your DM again. Let's start this off with Fudge, please. What is Edward's thoughts on this evening or day?
Little surprised that that Tobias knows somebody else, and he just happened to be one of the people. Also, really surprised that Boston is a religious person, just in general. Given his first impressions. So, you know, he's got some explaining to do to family.
Hello, say you got us explaining to do.
Yeah, he's got some explaining to do, as well as some questions of his own that he wants to have off to the side. So we'll get there. Yeah, he's all right.
Brett, what is Boston doing, thinking, feeling? What's so much?
He's this day was supposed to be easy. $10 million would have been an easy job, and now it's just gotten so bad, so wrong, so fast. But he has relatively old friends, meeting older friends. Almost killed one of them. It's fine. It's fine. He's actually looking for Tobias or looking for Edward because he wants to talk also, but he probably knows that he wants to sleep, and Boston probably isn't going to tonight.
Do you have any social media shout out?
Just Brett. That's my tag pretty much everywhere, except I think for TikTok I'm Paladad, but Just Brett also works for most of that. Or the Cloaks DM. That's what my dice bag is. But yeah.
Oh, nice. There it is.
I don't post there as much anymore, but
Nash.
Thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun. But you're fine.
Absolutely.
It's fun. I'm glad to be here.
Nash, what is going through your half-orc brain?
A little bit of everything. Nash is in a whirlwind of emotions, a glass cage, if you will. And it's a time and a half. So we'll see how he deals with that. Because there was a little bit of
It's a lot on his first day out of prison, out of the pen.
It is. But you know. And then as for me, you can find me on TikTok at Tony Will Edit. And everywhere else I'm a ghost.
Rick, your character.
Hey, yeah.
He's in a lot of such a what is
very new environment for him. It's probably the first time he's ever been treated as a genuine equal, and that is just catching him so off guard. And he has no idea what to do with himself. It's amazing. He is planning on making sure that everybody has a fresh cup of coffee and tea by their bed before they wake up.
How does he feel about the ring? Like, is it gonna be his?
Yeah.
Is he any closer to letting it go now, or?
I think he is. He's definitely on the edge. He's really gotten a lot of the answers that he wanted, and his whole thing has been to keep it safe, and it seems like this might be the place for that.
And we can find you anywhere else, or
Yeah, you can find me on TikTok at sanguine_rev.
cool. Nova didn't get to do too much mischief, but she's out of the house.
Yeah, I mean, she's glad to be out of it, Taros finally, after like forever and a half. It's significantly less exciting than she thought it was going to be. And she's not super pumped to be at a church of all places. Just more people being helicoptery that she doesn't want to deal with. But the day was short, and so she'll see where it goes.
How does she feel about her, the people around her? Like, such a mixed group of people.
She immediately took a liking to Baldric because Baldric is the most wholesome, pure-intentioned person she's ever met. And
mean.
she wants to fight Edward at every given point in time. But will defend Edward till the end. She still hasn't quite made up her mind about Nash, because Nash is kind of just there at the moment. He likes pizza, and that's about all she's got out of that. And Boston, she's not thrilled, but she's not distrustful. That distrustful. She's not thrilled. But again, the day was short. Lots of things happened. It was very fast. We'll see where it goes.
Thanks.
It's kind of just in this like, it was less than I expected, but like we'll see. Kind of state.
I mean, she fought someone. We didn't show it tonight, but session 0, she did get into a battle. She did pull out her wrist knife the whole day that she experienced.
Session 0.
Sunday.
Session 0. So, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry.
but you can
In the
find
before
me-
times.
Yeah.
Before that, yep.
You can find me on TikTok and on YouTube at @AnArtsyFish. On TikTok, it's technically @Fish302, but it's @AnArtsyFish, all one word.
Fish is really good with the art stuff. So, like, if you don't have an Instagram, you should get one and post that stuff there.
I
But-
technically do have an Instagram. It's also @AnArtsyFish, but
Whoa.
it's got oranges as the profile picture. You're welcome to follow it. I haven't posted like anything on there, but
You should,
now.
especially with the art you're doing for your character. Love to see more of that. I am Gear Sparks. You can find me on TikTok. I do have a Twitter account. Don't really use it. Instagram there. And of course, I have my own channel. I do mystery murder stuff on my own channel, and we just kind of like make fun of plot protected people. So, but then I'm here Fridays. So Gear Sparks on all platforms. This has been a great night. Wonderful, good first session, and I hope that it just gets better after this. So, y'all have a good night. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.